Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Live here, and I'm not alone. I'm joined by the wonderful, the venerable Xeon.
The year is over. It's dead. I am done with 2024.
And also the superb Felix.
2024 is over. I'm not done with 2024. Years pass by so fast.
It's okay. 2025 is going to be so great. I think I promise.
You think you promise?
Okay. I think I can trust you.
Good. I think so too. I think.
What a way to send off the year. But we've got our own way of doing that, and that is what we're doing today, which is we are going to give the whole of 2024 from a Nintendo perspective, the whole lot of it, or at least the bits we remember and want to actually talk about. We're going to give it a review. Was it worth it, 2024? Well, it was inescapable because that's how years work. But how did things start off? Well, it started off surprisingly strongly with something out of the blue. We had another code. Is it recollection or recollection? Because I know it's obviously playing off collection, but the word is recollection.
Yeah. The game, it deals with memories, so I think it is both. It's a collection, and I think it's a recollection. And I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't think you guys played this one this year.
No.
I only played the demo.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool.
I wasn't sold with the demo, but again, it was only the demo. It was unique, but I felt that the controls was quite floaty, I don't know, just felt weird to control.
I'm glad it exists. It's pretty. It's a pretty looking game. I'll give it that. And the story is the same, so that's nice.
What a way to kick off the year.
What else happened in January?
I mean, there was a load of stuff. We had Golden Sun and its sequel on NSO GBA. It's great to see some Golden Sun representation. It's not a new game. It's not even a remaster or anything like that. It's just NSO. But you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah, it's nice to have those games out there and playable for the masses again. Like, I've got physical copies of both. This release finally got me to pushed me to finally play through the first one again. So yeah, I think it's nice to just have them out there.
And it's doubly good because, as everyone knows, it's been a bit of a dry year for JRPGs. So nice to see that Nintendo holding things up.
Absolutely, much needed.
This month was also the 5-year anniversary of the Metroid Prime 4 reboot, which at the time was just... It was insane. We were like, what's going on with this game? Now, I don't want to spoil what happened later, but yeah, we needn't have to worry at the time.
You don't want to spoil 2024.
I like this.
Shush.
I like this journey that we're going on, though. It's fun.
February had a lot of stuff, though.
It did, yeah. I mean, it basically started off with Side Order, Splatoon 3, the DLC. I got to preview this. I still stand by the fact that I think it's a really nice inclusion. It maybe doesn't have the staying power that I'd really hoped it would have, but hey, it's a different way to play Splatoon. Yeah, I think it was really bold and a interesting and different direction. It in some ways felt very un-Nintendo, giving you that much freedom to really bump up the numbers to ridiculous degrees. I'm not suggesting they don't give freedom, but that kind of, Blatro sort of multiplication.
I did not get to play Splatoon 3 Side Order. I really wanted. I own it. I just haven't gone around to it. It looks really good.
Oh, you should.
I did play Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I finished the main campaign. I know that there's essentially, when you finish the game, there's double the length. There's so much. For what it was, I had not played the original. I thought this was cute. It was nice. It didn't do a whole lot to an old game with a new lick of paint with some quality of life stuff. I thought, yeah, it was nice. If I had not reviewed it, I probably would not have bought it. It was nice. I like to see it. We also had a direct partner showcase and a Pokemon Presents. And I remember that this Pokemon Presents, we got to see some Pokemon stuff. Pokemon Legends CA got announced, which had us all going in circles about the name.
That feels like a lifetime ago.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
I remember this Pokemon Presents as being a good one, not just because of that announcement and that being... I mean, they didn't show anything really, but, still just an announcement. It's still nice, don't get me wrong. But also, it was just brief. Like, they kept things snappy. Yeah. They didn't spend 5 minutes on Pokemon Unite or something like that. Very welcome.
Yeah.
Was this where they revealed the card? The trading card app? I think it was.
Yeah.
It was, because the thumbnail, I remember the thumbnail was one of those cards that was expanded, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this was, it was Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, and you're right, it got revealed in that February Pokemon Presents. And it released this year, and we could talk about it later if you guys will let me speak about it for 30 seconds, because I have thoughts.
Yeah, I'll gladly. I've been using it a little bit.
Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. I must have played that game twice.
Pentiment also came to Switch. I do think it was revealed in the partner showcase. I got to do the video review for that, and I absolutely love this game. Brilliant game. I even talk about it in my favorite Switch games of this
Yeah.
year because it's wonderful. So go check that out. Go check all our 3 chats out if you haven't already.
Yeah, it's always interesting when more Xbox stuff comes to Switch, and I hope it's not the end of that.
And then Sion, the thing we dread. Mother 3 came to Switch in Japan.
But it's only in Japanese. It's still cool. We got some Mother 3 like Nintendo Switch online icons, profile icons in the Japanese app, and I managed to like change up my region so that way I have those icons.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So like my Switch icon is Klaus from Mother 3.
That's so cool. Yeah.
It's cool that the game is finally like on Switch, but yeah, still no English version. So we're all still gonna be wishing for it someday. But
Also, quickly before we move on to March, Balatro also came
Yeah.
out this year. This launch, and I remember when Ollie reviewed it, it was like, this is a Game of the Year contender. And I thought, what? And then I played it. It's like, okay, he knows what he's talking about. It's really great. And Alex also got quite hooked on
God,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you made a video about it because you couldn't stop playing.
Problem.
It was great.
that's right.
Yeah, it even got taken off the eShop here in Europe because of the gambling stuff, which was
Yeah.
outrageous. I think it's so weird
Yeah.
that they be like, hey, that is poker, gambling, 18 years plus. No, it is not. There's really nothing. It takes the themes of poker, but there's no gambling. You're just trying to up your scores as
Yeah,
much.
Yeah,
it uses the themes of poker and like the hands and various rules, but you're never actually gambling. It's a card game. It's more like, in many ways, it's more like solitaire. I think on the iOS App Store they call it when poker meets solitaire or something like that. And it's got a standard age rating because it's not mental. I mean, I understand why they go that direction, but then when they've got the likes of, and even the creator has made a point of this, when you've got things like FIFA that have like microtransactions and loot boxes,
Yep.
that is essentially gambling and it's aimed at children, that's fine, have at it, have the lowest rating you can imagine. It's all lovely. But despite the fact that it's using real money as well, it gets up my nose.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, because in March we had Princess Peach Showtime. Again,
Yeah.
I got to preview this. I got to do the video review as well. I nearly said I did the written review, but that would be a lie.
I went to an event here in my hometown. They did like a big Princess Peach Showtime event in my mall.
Oh, right.
I got to be a part of a podcast and got to play the game there. And I hold Princess Peach Showtime very dear because of that memory of it all. It was just so cool to see Nintendo advertising this game so much in Denmark, which normally they don't. So that's really neat. Have I played the game yet? No, I'm so sorry, guys. I've not. But it looks really good. When I was putting together the best Switch games for kids, this was one of them. And it is, to me, it looks like one of the standouts. It just looks really fun the way it keeps changing up stuff left and right. And so, Alex, you played this game. What do you think?
I really like it. Or, I think it's a fantastic game for younger audiences or people just looking for something more chilled out and straightforward, but also, really charming. But I do have to admit, since it came out and since I completed it, because I did complete it, which is a rarity for me,
Oh, nice.
it hasn't really entered my mind much. I just sort of think, what happened this year? And the first thought I have is, oh yeah, Princess Peach Showtime came out. I still think it's a very good game, but it is, well, it's not Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let's leave it at that.
A lot of things isn't like the pastel pink Joy-Con.
Yeah, that was,
That's right.
I imagine that was a tie-in, actually, thinking about it. I just saw that they were together in our notes, and
It's weird we just keep getting colors instead of like fun like graphics and fun, prints and things like that. It's just simple colors.
Even just like unique Joy-Cons, which we've talked about in the past, but yeah, it's just colors, which is fine. But crazy that it comes in when the Switch also turns 7 years old, which it did this month.
we also got some Lego news, which is indirectly Nintendo because it was a Mario Kart set coming in 2025, so it's not out yet. But also, they finally released the Animal Crossing sets. I can't remember when these were announced originally, but they finally came out. And from what I've seen, they are good, fine to good.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
I think if I was like 8 years old, I would probably have tried to own all of them and would like play house, and I would try to get those characters in the game and stuff. But I'm 32 now and don't really want to hang around and build some Animal Crossing Lego like I once would have. But I'm excited for the kids of now. I hope they enjoy
I
them.
think I'm out of my Lego phase at the moment. I haven't bought Lego in quite some time. I used to have lots of sets and stuff, but yeah, these just look really expensive. And it wasn't, I mean, the characters was really what was really, but I'm not paying that much for the characters themselves.
Yeah.
Still, really cool that we are getting Animal Crossing.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, I
Yeah.
think,
It's fun to
yeah.
see at the very least.
Yeah, if they start
Yeah.
doing like Zelda sets, at some point, maybe then I'll change my tune, but we'll see. They wouldn't.
Maybe they'll come out later in 2024.
Yeah, maybe they might do more in 2025. Ooh.
Speaking of 2025, the 5th month, April. I don't think it's the 5th. No, it's the 4th month, isn't it? Yeah, I don't do well with this. Either way, April.
Perfect transition.
We got Indie World. We got Indie World, that was something. We also like the only major release from Nintendo this month was Endless Ocean Luminous, which was a big old pile of something.
Yeah, I played that one for the video adaptation and was stoked for it. I was so excited to kind of swim around the ocean with some friends, which I never actually did, but I did swim around with Nintendo. Like they invited us to do like a demo online kind of swim session with them. And it was just really boring. Like there's just not a lot to do. And there's like all these like the goal of the game is just to find fish and underwater creatures, and it just becomes...
Sounds like one small part of Dave the Diver.
Oh, I suppose so, except for this is the whole game. And a lot of people like to say like, oh, it's just a chill experience, but it's just so boring. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I really wanted to like this game.
It is a
and
thin
so,
line
yeah.
between chill and boring, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And just like Endless Ocean, we can move along to the next topic because there's not much else to say about it, sadly.
We may. It's May next.
Haha! Oh, it's time that I take the wheel in this one because we got Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. It launched. I was very fortunate to get to do the video review, and thus I also just played through the whole game. Absolutely loved it. Really, really great game. If anyone hasn't played it, looking at you, Alex and Sion, you should totally do so.
I would really like to.
But yeah, May was a very exciting month because not only did we get that, we also got the Switch 2 got officially announced. Well, they said,
That's right.
hey, we're going to be announced. Well, it was an announcement for the official announcement. It was essentially just saying, hey, we are actually doing something and we're going to tell you before the end of this fiscal year. And we're still waiting.
The Switch successor, eh?
Yep.
The Switch successor B.
I like the fact that they also announced that they're making a new brick and mortar store in San Francisco, because I know we have the couple stores in Japan. There's the New York one.
3, I believe, in Japan.
3 in Japan now. Goodness.
Well, I went to 3. Just putting it out there.
You went to all 3.
Yeah,
Oh my
Tokyo,
gosh.
Kyoto, and Osaka.
Wow. I'm hoping that now that we're getting a San Francisco one, maybe we'll get some more like cool merchandise, like how Japan gets all of the coolest stuff and the New York store is quite bland. I went there last year for my first time and it was fun, but just didn't have all the things I was hoping for. Nintendo also purchased Shiver Entertainment, which if you
Yeah.
guys don't remember is the company that like ported Mortal Kombat 1 and that Harry Potter game to Switch. Like I'm very curious to see why they purchased them.
They found a backdoor in the Switch and it was easier to just buy them out.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Well, Mortal Kombat 1 looks pretty bad on Switch. And I don't know about Harry Potter,
yeah.
It looks horrible.
Admittedly, I have an understanding as to why more recent ports, even if they're in theory not demanding games, don't look as good on Switch. Apparently it's to do with the pipeline of modern gaming, whatever that means, but there's some sort of like actual part of the code and part of the creation process. Whereas before, it could be transferred over to Switch, it was compatible, but the modern way of doing it just flat out doesn't work, so you have to kind of like redo everything.
but wow.
Interesting.
I still think, sort of it should be a good product or not come out. But, regardless of that fact, it's interesting to see the inner workings.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the Switch successor that was just announced at the current time of this this discussion solves those problems. And maybe this Shiver Entertainment will actually make some stuff that looks good on Switch, because they deserve that.
Another cool game that came out in May was Animal Well, which I really, really enjoyed. I know you also played it, Sion.
Yeah, that game took over our like lives for a little bit there. It was so much fun.
Yeah, got totally obsessed with it. May was a great gaming month for me, at least. And then it was also a year since Tears of the Kingdom came out. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
It does not feel like so long ago,
I
even back in
know.
May. A year, and now it's more than a year. Hey.
Closer to 2 years, in fact.
Ah, yes, finally. The passage of time is finally starting to take effect for Felix.
But then we had June,
No!
which brought on a direct.
Wow.
And this was a good one.
Guys, this was a great direct. Really good.
Yeah.
It was the last direct we've had, so it's been a while.
Oh, God, it
wait,
is, isn't it? Jesus.
Yeah, it is. It was great.
Wow.
Started off with Mario and Luigi Brothership. We didn't know about Zelda Echoes of Wisdom before this. That's crazy. Not even half a year ago.
Wow.
Or Jamboree.
Jamboree got the biggest reaction out of me. New Mario Party. You know, they also announced Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. And then in the end, we finally got a look at Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, it looks so good even now.
And it wasn't much. They showed off Samus and the new suit, or like tweaked suit, I guess. And
I mean, it's not that different if we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
It's no fusion suit. But we also got to look at Sylux and to know for a fact that Sylux is actually like the antagonist this time, and he's working with the space pirates. Oh, as a Metroid nerd, there was loads to sink my teeth into here. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD was launched.
Yay.
it's good. And it's here. It's playable. It's good.
We got to make a live stream on that. That was actually quite fun. Played together with
That
Jim.
was fun, yeah. There's nothing wrong with the game. It does feel like a step back after 3, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it does. It's not like... Yeah, the visuals are a bit better than the 3DS version, but it's still... You can feel that it's a 3DS game.
It's a filler game, isn't it?
And it was full price too, actually, wasn't it? Like $59.99.
If they'd released it for like
whatever.
20, 30 quid, I would have said, sure, have at it. I think I may have said those exact words in like my personal thoughts or something like that at the end of the review video, which I did. But, you know, sort of, it's too expensive for what it is. Yeah. July, we had one of the coolest teasers that Nintendo's ever done, which was a teaser that we didn't know at the time for Famicom Detective Club, The Case of the Emio Man. I know that's not the full title, I just don't remember it.
That's a rough translation.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that is the title, Alex. You
That's the
you
Japanese
somehow
title.
remembered it.
Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Smiles Behind, or something like that, I think.
No, but this was really cool. I remember everyone on the internet was just like, what? Is this a new horror game? There was fan art of this
Yeah.
bag. It was great. It was, And then it turned out to be Famicom Detective. I myself didn't mind at all. I thought it was great. I even played the demo of it, which has the intro, and I thought it was quite decent. I think, Sion, you played a bit more than any of us, though.
Yeah. So I finished the game in the end, and
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah, and I will say that the ending, I won't say anything about it, but that most of the game is quite a slog. I was really hoping this was going to be kind of like an evolution of the Famicom Detective Club series, and really kind of take things from the originals and revamp it. And they did. There are a few little tweaks here and there, but that ending it was really worth getting through. Like anyone out there who's put 5 hours into it, push through, finish the game, put another 5 in, whatever.
I've heard people who finished it really like it. Some people even say it's their game of the year. You know, it is crazy. But I did play it, and it feels very old. I do get that sentiment. I do really want to play it, though.
Yeah, it just still feels like an old game, but there are a lot of cool ways that the player is rewarded if you finish the game. So I don't say that lightly.
That's nice.
They do some crazy stuff. So
Okay.
You win a boat!
yeah, you just look under your seat and there's a set of keys for a vehicle outside for you. It's crazy. My life has changed. Still not game of the year though.
But it's not only Mr. Emio Bagman that we got. We got Nintendo World Championship NES Edition. That's the end of the title. I honestly thought it was longer.
Yeah, I got to play this a bunch. Nintendo invited us out to a preview event in San Francisco, and I think that was in June was the preview event. But yeah, I got to play this quite a bit and really enjoyed it. I haven't gone back to it yet, but I think this is going to be something that I pick up and play around the holidays with friends. Especially if we do like a Christmas party, a New Year's Eve party or something like that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it's 8 players in one room. You just have to have enough Joy-Con.
It is quite a lot. I got to play this in the future in September, so we wouldn't know about it yet.
I got really confused for a moment
Yeah,
there.
it was at PAX. I'll
cool.
talk about PAX after, but yeah, I got to play it there. It was fine. You know, it was quite fun to race against other people and losing, because I haven't played these games very much.
Yeah, Nintendo also, to coincide with Nintendo World Championships, they released an official Joy-Con charging stand.
Oh, you need it.
That's such a really weird.
They
release.
also released a Lego Super Mario World set of like Mario riding Yoshi.
Oh, yeah.
It's cute.
I actually got to meet the creator of this set, and it was super, super kind. It was really random that I got to meet him. Just at some events at we have a local video game store for retro stuff, and he was just there. Got to talk about Lego. Great old time.
Later in the month, we'll also talk about the fact that Okami 2 got announced. And I mean, it might not be Switch bound, but Hideki Kamiya, the original creator, it turns out in July of 2024, revealed that he wants to work on Okami 2. So it's really cool to see, like, once we travel in time, that wish actually came.
Might happen.
Yeah, might. And then the legendary Starfy games from Game Boy Advance in Japan came to the North American Nintendo Switch Online app.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty surprising too.
I had a go at those. I enjoyed them. Like, spend hours and hours in them, but, you know, a good couple of hours, and I couldn't understand anything, obviously, because it was all in Japanese. But, you know, I worked it out. It was just, you know, kind of Kirby-like in some ways.
Yeah, just little platformers, right? So you don't need to know the language to kind of to breeze through them, swim through them.
Moving on to August, we then got a partner showcase and an indie world, which is basically, hey, we're not going to do a direct, but here's something related from third parties. And we got all sorts announced there, including Pizza Tower. That was a fun little reveal. A Peglin was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2. It's all good, baby.
I still can't believe that's a thing. Felix, you reminded me about that earlier. And yeah, I'm so stoked that we're getting Power Stone back with the Capcom Collection.
Yeah.
There's lots of other cool games that got announced in that presentation. But yeah, that really sent me spinning.
Yeah, I got to try out Power Stone also in the future when I met with you in the future.
That's right. Great. That's right.
And we also got Yakuza.
Ah, yeah.
I think it's a good starting point for anyone who's never played the series, which is me. That's the first game I played, and I really enjoyed it and want to play more. So yeah, go give it a shot if you're still on the fence.
I had a lot of people being like, why is it not Yakuza 0? Which is like a game people like. They say, okay, you should maybe start with that one. It's a bit weird. I've not played these games, but it's really cool to have on Switch because it looks to be running all right. Alex, you did the video review. How does this play?
I thought it was generally fine. Yeah, it dipped in a few areas, but, you know, I thought it was running perfectly acceptably. It doesn't look as good as the, the other console versions, but I had a good time with this game. I don't see the complaints in quite the same light, but then again, I've not played any of the other Yakuza games, so it was all brand new to me. It was, sort of the difficulty curve was a little bit wobbly in places, but it wasn't too bad. And I got to have some little nostalgia because I was seeing things that I saw in Japan when it finally came out in the future as regards to this video. Let's move on to September. This is when MEO launched. Xeon's already gone over that in superb detail, as well as you, Felix, talking about demo stuff. But then we also got Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah.
A brand new Zelda game where you finally play as Zelda.
This game's always going to have like a really soft spot in my heart because whilst it's a really good game, it's high bar to reach for Zelda as a franchise. And I would say it reached it, but at the same time, very difficult to do this sort of new style of game and have it absolutely knock everything out of the park. But regardless, I still really love this game because I played it to death because I needed to, because I was covering it. You guys couldn't because you were flying everywhere to go to the staff day that I couldn't attend because I was going to Japan at the same time, but I had a little bit of time beforehand, so I had to squeeze it out.
I remember I got to play this when I went to PAX, and there it was really the eureka moment, like just summoning a putt. Wow, words. Summoned a putt, threw it at the enemy, killed the enemy. It's like, oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool. I went to PAX. I mean, this is not September, but I got to play Nintendo games over there. It was really cool. Got to meet Yusion. It was great.
Yeah.
We had a grand old time. And also got to play Mario Party, which I felt like that was the biggest reason for me going because they had a Mario Party demo. It's great. Other stuff also happened in September. Deca Police got delayed to 2026.
But at least we got an officially licensed Legend of Zelda Master Sword replica from Bandai.
Oh yeah, that came out when I was in Japan and I saw it being displayed everywhere.
Did you get to see it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, awesome! I want one so bad.
I didn't know it was new. I just thought, this has been around for ages and just didn't really pay it any mind. I got back and apparently it was new and I was like, okay.
So October, I was all hands on deck, and I felt like it was crazy.
You were churning those videos out, mate. You were covering everything under the sun.
Yeah, it was incredible, man.
I made 19 videos. It was absolutely insane.
Wow.
I don't think I'll ever reach that again. It was crazy. But there was so much that happened this month. Nintendo just went, okay, here, alarm clock. Okay, Nintendo Music app. It was just what? And then we also had Mario and Luigi like preview stuff, and Mario Party Jamboree released, and we had to do guides on it. And yeah, I'm glad it's over. But it was fun. It's very fun when Nintendo just suddenly goes, "Ah, okay, here we go." And then they also just finally said, okay, you're going to have Xenoblade Chronicles X next year. But it is coming.
Yeah, it is coming. It's going to be interesting. I was about to say whether it comes to Switch too, but it'll be backwards compatible, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But I also got to do something a little special. I got to go to the Nintendo Museum.
Yeah.
That's right. And it was a mixed experience. Done a video all about it if you want some serious detail. But, like, it's not much of a museum, unfortunately. I enjoyed my time there, and I wouldn't say it was bad, but, you know, I just sort of feel like there's so much more they could have done.
Yeah.
This is something that I've banded around so many times, but it really is the crux of it. They had all these prototypes and everything like that on display with no information around it in a small glass boxed off area marked storage. And everything else was just like games and peripherals and consoles and stuff that we've all seen 100 times before. They didn't have the ASCII GameCube controller. It was a travesty.
Yeah. Still hoping to be able to go someday. If I'm ever in Japan, I'll make it. So I'm really glad you got to
Oh,
go,
well, the
Alex.
interactive stuff is great. Don't get me, I'm just focusing on the negative stuff at the moment. The interactive stuff
Yeah,
is really
yeah.
good, but don't bother with the food. Bring a packed lunch, get some onigiri at a local konbini, you'll be fine.
It's nice to hear that we don't have to like rush, to get there. Like,
Yeah.
that it's this, that it'll be around forever, and hopefully they make some cool iterations.
It's not a timed event.
Oh, and I forgot. It was like in August, not Nintendo, but Hobonichi and Shigesato Itoi did a Mother 2 pop-up museum, and that was limited, and it's not happening anymore.
I didn't know that, actually.
I didn't
Now
know
I'm
that.
sad.
Yeah, it really flew under the radar. I was going to try to go, and then I looked at last-minute tickets, and that was not possible. So, yep.
Now, I did quickly glance over, quickly mention it. Alamo, Nintendo Music. I just do want to talk about it because it was so
Yeah.
random. And so I feel like it was a big deal when the Alarm Club got around. I used it a lot in the start. Now, the thing is, you can't really sleep with your house pets, and that sucks. And now
Oh,
I do, so I
yeah.
can't really use it.
Yeah.
It's. I hope they release a new thing where it can detect maybe the size of the person. No, I don't know.
Maybe
Just
Alarmo 2.0. It's like it's got bigger sensors or something. I don't
And
know.
magnetic Joy-Con.
more accurate sensors. But genuinely, when I got this, it worked really well. When I was just sleeping alone in my room without the cats in there, it was nice. I thought it was really fun take. It's a shame it's so limited.
Yeah, I feel that. I've still got mine plugged in my bedroom, and I use it as a normal clock, but I don't actually use it as an alarm clock, really. I just use my phone because it's right there, and my Alarmo is like, it's out of reach of my bed intentionally. But I don't know. I'm curious to see how Nintendo's going to support this in the future, though, if they'll still keep releasing like the Animal Crossing.
If.
Yeah, right. Animal Crossing sounds and Mario Kart sounds will come down the road.
Mario Kart is already there.
Oh, it
Just,
is?
got added here the other day. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I went absolutely insane filming the Alarmo. I recorded every
you did,
single
didn't you?
alarm. So I spent a whole day just recording the clock and sitting quietly and
You're a professional Alarmo observer at this point.
yeah, that's what I am.
You might honestly be the member of the public who knows the most about Alarmo.
Yeah, I'm also a Nintendo Music enjoyer because that also got announced right at
Oh,
the end
yeah.
of the month. I did not expect them to do this, and now it's here. And we've gotten weekly additions to the library.
Yeah.
The library is not as big as I'd hoped. It's missing a lot of big games, and they're only adding one every week, and it's very random what they're adding. They just added The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, Skyward Sword, I think, right?
Yeah. Skyward Sword. Have you guys used Nintendo Music? at
Yeah,
all?
I've used it on and off, although I can't control it in my phone, in my car with my voice. I plug my phone in and then I just pull away and then I control what I want to listen to just by yelling at my car. And it doesn't have integration, or it didn't the last time I tried to use it. It just went, I don't see an app called Nintendo Music. You'll have to pick another one. And it's like, that does exist, sir.
I have not used it yet. I really just need to remember, and so maybe I'll download it right now.
Whoa.
I've used it quite a lot, especially the Animal Crossing New Horizons music. I think that's lovely to just put in the ears and
Oh, yeah.
go walking around.
I actually did that on my birthday. I wanted some background music as I was opening my presents
Oh,
in
really?
bed with Sasha, and I was just like, I don't want anything. I want something jolly but also relaxed. And Sasha went, "Why do you put the Animal Crossing soundtrack on?" And I was like, "Oh yeah," and it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Speaking of subscriptions, we also got Banjo-Tooie came to Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah, I 100%ed that.
Ooh, I've never made it very far in Banjo-Tooie, and maybe
Nice.
I'll change that eventually.
I'm pretty sure I've done 100% before, but I'm not sure if I have. It was fun. I don't think the backtracking is as bad as everyone says, but you know, some of the cutscenes with Chuffy are too chuffing long.
One thing I have been spending a lot of time with that I won't talk about much, Pokemon, the trading card game Pocket. It's just a fun little spin on the trading card game. It changes up the way that you play. It uses 20 card instead of 60 card decks. It's very like Marvel Snap focused. And you get to open free packs every day, and you can spend real world money. And I've been playing since it launched and haven't spent any money yet at all because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give into this
Cha-ching!
this gotcha nonsense. I was considering bringing Jim onto the channel to talk all about it. If anyone is watching to this point and wants us to do that, please let me know in the comments because that will make or break that discussion. Oh, and you said you've been playing too, Felix, right?
Yeah. Well, I've not been playing. I've just been opening packs because you get 2 free a day, and to me that's just all right. You know, it's free. I get a little dopamine boost opening these packs and see. I don't know. It's just fun. It's really nice presentation with music and like opening. Like it's really well done. I'm not gonna spend any money there, but yeah, I've got a sizable collection of cards now. What was
Awesome. Yeah, you should screenshot me what your like favorite ones are so far, your best ones or whatever. I want to see them.
that? Yeah, we'll have to try and play. I've never tried and playing. I've never tried to play the Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we could have a battle and you can show me the ropes.
Yeah. Have you downloaded it yet, Alex? Either?
Oh yeah, just haven't really used it. I mean, I've gotten to the habit of opening it every other day for about 3 days, and then I've just forgotten about it. You know, it didn't have any sort of staying power with me. These sort of like gacha things just don't do much for me. They don't like excite me. I'd rather sit down and play Armored Core 6.
Really? You've been playing Armored Core 6?
Yeah, I got it for my birthday.
Awesome.
I play it on Xbox. But then we had November, which was all round a much quieter month. We had 2 things, basically. 2 big old things. Well, 3. 1, Mario. 2, Luigi Brothership. And 3, the Switch 2 was announced to be backwards compatible with current Switch titles, which was like the only concrete news we've had. And oh my god, it was so nice to get this tiny little crumb. It's as if Nintendo had this like walled garden and not letting anything in, or and there's all the starving masses outside, and they threw over one single slice of stale bread, and everyone salivated and clamored over it, and people were beating each other up to get that sweet, supple bit of wheat.
Feels like you rehearsed that, Alex. That was great.
I wish I had. It would have been better.
Oh no, that was great. It was really nice though to finally get that discovery now, because I suppose maybe that's something people were like, I don't know if Nintendo planned it this way, but people can now buy games in the holiday for the Switch and know that they'll be compatible with the next version. We still don't know if like Joy-Con are officially compatible or all of the other accessories and things, but that's okay. We'll find out in the next 100 days. Was this also the month that Nintendo showed off the Donkey Kong theme park?
Oh yeah, and then we got a load of Donkey Kong Land games on NSO as well. And everyone was thinking, oh, 64's going to be just around the corner, and here we are, still looking like a blooming bunch of Lanky Kongs. We have no style, we have no grace. All we're left with is a funny face.
No one likes Lanky Kong, right, Alex?
I love Lanky Kong.
Yeah, Lanky Kong's great. In December? Oh, we're still in December, but not much has happened in December.
No, it's been a bit
made
of a
video
dry
about
month.
what's going on at Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wait, what? Nintendo's just announcing very random stuff here and there.
I had my birthday. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean,
Nintendo definitely is owed credit for that. Yep.
They didn't send me anything, you know, which I thought was dead rude. I hasten to point out that was a joke. I don't think I've ever received a birthday present from Nintendo, and rightly so.
Fun fact, Alex, actually, you don't work for Nintendo. You work for Hookshot and Nintendo Life. Tell your family. Tell my family that, please.
Yeah, same. Everyone is like, oh, you work in Nintendo?
Nintendo has no hand in this, but there are tons and tons of rumors coming out about potential like accessory leaks and hardware leaks, and nothing is really to be trusted right now because none of it's official. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna maybe not push Nintendo's hand, but I feel like we should be learning about something soon. So who knows what the coming months are going to do for us Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, we've got until the 31st of March to have our appetites whetted.
Yep, because then afterwards, I don't want anything to do. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, and Okami 2. Hey, there we go.
yeah!
Okami 2 got officially announced.
At the Game Awards.
The Game Awards happened, and then it ended.
Yeah, not much Nintendo stuff though there.
Yeah, that's the thing, right, with the Game Awards is that like Nintendo.
They were nominated, like Mario Party Jamboree was nominated, and I was gutted they didn't win anything. We also had Echoes of Wisdom, that didn't win either. Because Astrobot just took like the best family game and all that, which Nintendo normally
That's
wins.
right.
So, yeah.
But also that Astrobot's developers like gave kind of like a thank you
yeah.
in a sense to Nintendo.
That was really cool.
It was so well done.
They didn't want to name Nintendo, but they did say Super Mario Bros.
True. I bet there was probably some like, some legal reason for not wanting to name
Yeah.
Nintendo, right? It's a nice heartfelt thank you. Even they didn't have to do that, but it was
And well deserved, Team
Yeah.
Asobi. It was a fantastic game. Even
Yeah.
though it wasn't a Nintendo game, it did feel that like that Nintendo spirit.
But there we have it. That was Nintendo's 2024. What did you think of it? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was rubbish? Did you think it was something in between with some nuance? That's boring. Get out of here. Let us know with a comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you review that subscribe button 2024 times? I'm running out of ideas for these things. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
Was it worth it, Sion?
Yeah, I think so. And I've got a feeling that the 2025 version of this video is going to be very, very long.